Are you experiencing any vertigo?
I guess I am feeling a little dizzy.
Welcome back to Movie Review, the top show where I talk about any movie anywhere in the world. And ladies and gentlemen, if you've been following Movie Review for the longest time, you will know by now that I love to keep my chit chat futuristic. I love my sci-fi, and we're talking about a sci-fi futuristic movie here today. As always, I'm your host Patrick, and we're taking a look at Mickey 17, which follows the story of our guy Mickey, who enlists to basically have himself be cloned as many times as possible as long as he dies before every clone. And then one time he doesn't die, but they make a clone. Without any further ado, let's check out this movie.
I am feeling a little dizzy.
Oh, wow! Did you see that?
Now, I wouldn't be surprised if you're thinking at this point, what have I done?
So cinematography in this movie, we've got to say they keep it real with the futuristic look in this movie. Everything looks like it's 2030. In fact, you know what? I'm going to go out on a limb and say this. If humanity reaches the level of technology I was seeing in that movie by 2030, right? That's, okay, yeah, I'm the one making a mistake. It was actually 2050 because 2030 is not too far. Like, it's actually coming pretty soon. If we get to that stage by 2050, it would actually it would say something about us because the futurism in this movie is a lot. The tech we're seeing here, we're talking about space exploration, we're talking about human beings going to explore other planets. So yeah, it's really cool, and you can see that when you watch this movie. You can really get drawn in to that sci-fi level futurism. So I think they really stuck to the task. As far as cinematography, yeah, you are going to get thrust into this world that is a couple of years into the future. They keep that going on with the scores as well. This is a very, very fast-paced, engaging movie, and you feel that in the scores. The scores help you convey the emotions and the energy you're supposed to feel because there's a lot going on in this story. So I feel like cinematography-wise, you can't fault the scores, you can't fault the sounds, and the picture work does exactly what it's trying to do to get you to feel this type of story. Again, futurism. So I think cinematography, you're not going to get any question marks from me. They did a good job.
Out, and I wanted to get off of Earth.
You're applying to be an expendable?
Yeah.
You read through the whole application.
Ain't that a kick in the head?
Yeah, I should have read through it.
Once you die, we'll print a new version of your body.
So performances. Of course, it may be a bit cliche, right? You watch a movie, you talk about the lead. But I've got to tell you, Robert Pattinson's performance here was... So I like that the guy is showing me range. I've always known Robert Pattinson from maybe Twilight and then also Batman. He's very good to play a brooding character. He's very good at playing this, very charismatic, but then also not charismatic by way of always speaking. It's a kind of dark, quiet energy. That's the kind of energy he brings. And I feel like he fits that. This movie is the first time I've ever watched Robert Pattinson, and he's a little bit outside of that bracket of being brooding, being a Bruce Wayne or being a vampire or something. He's something more laid back, something more relaxed, and he fit into this role like a glove. It was really, really interesting for me to watch this because, again, just watching him step out of that kind of role that he typically plays, super interesting, and he kills this role. He kills this role. No pun intended. There is a lot of killing in the story, but he actually does kill this role. Another character who also flipped the switch on me, another actor I should say, was Mark Ruffalo. Mark Ruffalo's performance here actually, because I'm used to seeing him play, if I say Mark Ruffalo, you instantly think the Incredible Hulk, right? You instantly think this scientist who's really calm and really quiet on regular day, kind of shy, kind of maybe doubting himself or stuff. But when he gets really angry, he turns into this big green monster. But then here, you actually see him take up the role of an antagonist, which is super interesting to see the way that he plays that off. So yeah, super great acting performances by these two actors. We've got great acting performances littered in this movie actually, but those two were my standout performers here. And when we talk about scenes, yo. So there are many different things to like about this movie from what you can see in terms of the scenes. We've got scenes that really show great acting. We've got scenes that you enjoy because of what you can see. But in terms of my favorite scene, I've just got to say the scene where Mickey 17 meets Mickey 18 that scene where he realizes that he's actually meeting his clone, I enjoyed it. Like that was hilarious for me. I could give you a lot more info on this because there's a reason why that shouldn't happen and why it happened in this story. But where would the fun be if I took away all the plot? If I just gave you all the plot? I actually want you guys to see this. So yeah, that was my favorite scene. There were a couple of great scenes as well, but the scene where he meets his clone, top-notch scene for me.
They made me work my ass off on one mission after another.
Every time you die, we learn something new, and humanity moves forward.
Oh, man, he's alive. It's fine.
My life is gonna be beautiful.
Vicky!
So my favorite thing about this film was that this is not an everyday story. This is a very, very unique story. You know, I'm a sci-fi guy, right? I love my movies with sci-fi. I love my movies if they've got any futurism in them. If they've got something that, you know, is just that element to it, I would watch a Marvel, I watch a DC movie. But the point is, it's easy to put something out that I've seen before. It's easy to go over and regurgitate a type of story that I've seen before. They did not do that here. This is a very unique story, very interesting. As a matter of fact, if you watch this, this is kind of like a critique on society on a deeper level. So I love it when movies do that, when they take inspirations from what's going on in the world, how far paced human beings are moving with technology and things like that, and offering a perspective by way of film. Film is supposed to be able to do this. Film is supposed to be a means of expression, and they do that really well here. Again, of course, I already said the acting performances here were pretty dope. Cinematography was top notch. There's not really much to fault. So here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, I watched this movie, I came up with the list. I told myself to come up with some pros, and I did, and I told myself to come up with some cons, and I could not. So I've got no cons for you. I genuinely have no cons for you. I'm going to tell you, watch this movie for yourself. If you're that sadist that you come up with any cons for this, then, you know, by all means. But me, on that hand, I think this was perfect.
Yeah, no, I'm sure you're used to it by now, but what's it feel like to die? Even on my 17th go-around, I hate dying.
I mean, if you cannot already tell by now, this is a fantastic movie. It's a perfect blend, right? Because sometimes some movies are too serious. And sometimes some movies are not serious enough. Sometimes it's just a drag of serious issue after serious issue. And sometimes it's just too ridiculous, especially in the sci-fi genre. Like, sci-fi movies have a way, especially in recent times, of just being just too unserious and too cringe. This movie balances it out. You've got a serious thing going on, but you also have your moments where you have your nice laughs. So that mesh of, you know, seriousness and unseriousness, just it melts like butter in my mouth. So I love this. I think you would love it too, unless you have a personal problem, which nobody can help. But yeah, this is a great movie. My verdict is that you should see it. You go watch it. You're welcome.
You guys do rock, paper, scissors, and then we'll just shoot the loser.
Tell me quick. Oh, another kick. Tell me quick. Another kick in the head.
I don't like you, but I'm you. I'm not you. I'm gonna kill you.
Tell me quick.